Naughty Dog making a first-person game, Xbox bringing a big title to PS5, and single-player games making a resurgence. We will talk about all this in today's video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to never miss a PlayStation update, and share the video to keep this community growing. Now, starting with Naughty Dog's upcoming game, and it might be a first-person adventure. Excitement is building amongst fans as Naughty Dog, the renowned PlayStation studio, hints at a potential new direction for its upcoming game. A recent job advertisement has sparked speculation that the studio's next project could feature a first-person perspective. The job posting, which is for a, quote, brand new single-player game, lists experience in first-person action-adventure games as a bonus skill. This detail stands out since Naughty Dog is traditionally known for its third-person titles. Now, while it might seem like the studio is casting a wide net by considering candidates with experience in either first-person or third-person games, there are reasons to believe this could signal a shift in perspective. Notably, Naughty Dog's co-president, Neil Druckmann, mentioned at the 2018 DICE Summit that the studio is totally open to exploring first-person gameplay. He even revealed that a first-person perspective was considered for The Last of Us before settling on the familiar third-person viewpoint. In addition, another job listing confirms that Naughty Dog continues to utilize the Havoc engine for its game's physics, suggesting that the studio is staying true to some of its technical roots while potentially exploring new creative directions. Whether or not Naughty Dog's new project will indeed be first-person remains to be seen, but with their pedigree, I think they could certainly do it justice, and I'm open to pretty much anything that they're willing to create, as they have continued to prove that they know how to make very high-quality video games, so I'm all for them exploring and trying new things. Now, next, we're going to talk about another Xbox exclusive and how it could be coming to the PlayStation very soon. Rumors are swirling about the possibility of another Xbox console exclusive making its way to PlayStation. Multiple sources suggest that an announcement regarding this transition could happen as soon as next week. The speculation began on the gaming forum A Reset Era, where a user named Shinobi responded to a question about upcoming PlayStation ports by cryptically asking, quote, "What are you doing next week?" When pressed further about the possibility of multiple games making the jump, Shinobi added, in quotes, "Not sure about multiple, but a big one at least." Now, adding fuel to the fire, another insider at EXTAS1S shared a teasing GIF with the message Feliz Cinco de Mayo. This had led many to speculate that the game in question might be Forza Horizon 5. Now, Insider Gaming apparently has also heard similar rumors about Forza Horizon 5 possibly arriving on PlayStation, though the exact timing of such an announcement remains unconfirmed. If an official announcement is imminent, it might occur during Gamescom opening night live on August 20th. It is also important to note that Jez Corden of Windows Central denied Forza Horizon 5 being the game and has yet to report on what the game coming to PS5 is. As most of us who have been reading the room over the last 3 years noticed, this doesn't come as a surprise. This was always an inevitability. Between Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella, it was quite clear that this was the new direction of Team Xbox, and only people who wanted to be blind to the truth believed otherwise. Every game that's feasible for them to bring to PlayStation and will be lucrative to bring to PlayStation will come to PlayStation. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to scream fanboy or not, this is something that is going to happen. You are going to see Halo, you're going to see Gears, you're going to see Forza, and you're definitely probably going to see some of those games that we've seen that are coming this year to Xbox. If it's lucrative for them to bring it to PlayStation, it's going to happen, and I promise you that that will happen. So you can deny it all you want, you can run away from the truth all you want, but you just have to read the room over the last few years and really pay attention to what Phil Spencer says, Satya Nadella says, what Xbox is saying, and they've been telling us for a long time that this was their game plan. Now, next up, in the last topic, we're talking about the resurgence of single-player games. The South Korean game development industry traditionally focused on online and free-to-play games, but is beginning to shift towards single-player experiences for PC and console. A report from Wesley LeBlanc in the final issue of Game Informer highlights this trend, with developers from studios like Round 8 Studio, Shift Up, and Pearl Abyss observing increased interest from both domestic and international players in single-player games. Examples of this shift include Round 8 Studios' Lies of P, Shift Up's Stellar Blade, which was published by Sony, and Pearl Abyss upcoming Crimson Desert. Even companies known for online and mobile games such as NIXNE are expanding into single-player and console markets. Developers cite various reasons for this transition, with a key factor being the growing demand for new gaming experiences from players purchasing games on consoles and PCs. The move to single-player games allows South Korean developers to tap into a new global market, as the domestic market for console and PC single-player games is relatively stable and not expected to grow significantly. Round 8 Studio CEO Jason Park noted that Lies of P was developed with a global audience in mind, and Shift Up CEO and Stellar Blade director Kim Young-tae shared that only a small percentage of sales came from South Korea, highlighting the potential for growth in single-player PC games. He observed a shift in what game students are creating at universities, with fewer focusing on mobile games. So the demographic for mobile games in South Korea is aging, as these games are often grind-based and monetized, appealing more to older players with disposable income. This makes it challenging to attract younger users. Despite some skepticism about console growth in South Korea, Pearl Abyss's CEO Jong Hee-jin noted that console market share has increased since the PlayStation 4's launch. She emphasized the importance of developer experience in creating console games, a sentiment echoed by Kim Young-tae, who described the development of Stellar Blade as challenging and requiring a learning curve. Overall, the growing interest in single-player games presents an opportunity for South Korea developers to innovate and explore new markets, suggesting a significant shift in the country's game development landscape. And I think we're going to see that across other countries as well. Like if you look at China, they're dabbling into single-player games as well. And we're obviously seeing a lot more single-player games come from the West on top of that. Even though we do have some studios looking at live service and creating some sort of lucrative live service games, or at least attempting to, we still do also see more single-player games coming to light through time. And I do think that we're going to see a pure resurgence, something that will reflect in the amount of single-player games we get. If we even look at the Game of the Years for the last while now, it's all been single-player story-driven games. And that's something that I think is great, because those are the kind of games that I love. And I think those are the best types of games, at least for the art form. And that's something that I hope that continues to grow. It's nice to see that we didn't just walk away from single-player narrative-driven experiences and just look at multiplayer money factories. It's refreshing, really, it is. And I hope that we continue to see that. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Naughty Dog is making a first-person game, or do you think that that's just a type of experience that is cross-transferable to other types of games, like third-person games? What game do you think Xbox is bringing to PS5? And do you feel that single-player games are making a resurgence? And would you be happy to see that happen as well? As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share the video to keep this community growing. I thank you all for watching. Take care.